Good day, I am Adventure Argonaut. This is Tantei Jinguji Saburo, Ashes and Diamonds. And I think we are nearing the end. Not sure if we're gonna finish the game yet today or anything, but it's because now we get to talk both to Sasatsuka, was that the guy's name, and Airi, his GF, or at least he thinks she's his GF. Not sure what's her take on it. And yeah, they're trying to escape to Thailand and stuff. So not sure what we're gonna do. Well, it's not like we haven't been hired to stop them from going to Thailand, but we are trying to help the real estate company, Eva Shaw Real Estate, and all that stuff. But how are my streams? Are all the streams working or not? How is Rumble? Okay, yes. Okay, I think all my streams are functioning, so let's just play the game. Why don't we? Alright. Let's have a look first. So, after all, this woman, she's here or something. She exists. So that's Irene, yeah. Okay, let's talk. Iris says, you're the one who came to the store the night before last, right? You're with Kisai-chan. Oh, yeah, we were talking to that woman there. So she noticed me then. So she wants Sasatsuka to be careful. But from that time, he was wary of me, but he still failed to shake my investigative claws. It means this woman already knew of my existence. That's so she's asking, can you tell me your name? Jinguji. Jinguji-san, looks like you have something to talk to me and Ryuji-san about something. Ah. So I'm glad you came too. So will you let me talk, or will you talk to me, or whatever? What sort of stuff do you want to talk about? It's about your relationship with the Tova group. So is that what you came to find out about? Oh. Airi cast a searching look at me, then looked back at Sasasuka. Ryuji-san, what should we do? Jinguji-san has a lot of things he wants to confirm. Seems like he has a lot of things he wants to confirm. But Ryuji, can you be more confident? The reason why Jinguji came all the way here without going to the police is... if you want to know the truth, you have to respond. Being spotted, or I guess she, I don't know, she figured it out or something. It's true that um, we followed Sasasuka knowing the risks in order to uncover the truth as quickly as possible. So, is it okay? Like, not to screw with him, or I don't know. It's okay, Ryuji-san, she's saying. Airi shook Sasasuka's hand encouragingly. You have with me, don't you? That's right. Sasasuka suddenly seemed to come back to life and puffed out his chest. Alright, let's play, or I don't know, challenge. I'm not quite sure what he means, except that he's gonna talk, of course. So it seems quite a feat. Sasasuka did a great job, like I guess, or he's being played by Airi. You know, like I guess she's doing the great job of playing him or something. So that's wonderful, Ryuji. Is that so? Sasasuka relaxed his cheeks lazily. That's wonderful, Ryuji. Well, okay. Am I supposed to show them? I don't know, this thing? Okay, not this one. How about the CD? No. Okay, am I supposed to look? I looked at Iris' face. She was actually a 50-year-old man. This is the first time I've seen her face up close. She's certainly beautiful, even if it's not not only Sasasuka, but I guess there'd be many men who would be fascinated by her. But perhaps sensing my gaze, Iris turned her face away from me. Well, let's move to another spot. There's a bar upstairs, she says. Yeah, let's go. Sasasuke says. Jinguji is a zombie. So I followed silently behind the two of them, but why did Airi want to talk to me? Perhaps, like, she urged Sasasuka, or she was urged by Sasasuka? Not sure which one. I can't help but feel like there's some kind of ulterior motive. Maybe she doesn't want to go to Thailand. I don't mind as long as I can pursue Sasasuka and her. By tomorrow, there's a chance they could fly overseas. For now, I'll just go along with whatever Airi has in mind. Airi disappeared um, before once before we entered the bar. So does it mean she's gonna, I don't know, do a phone call or something? When she appeared in front of us, she was wearing a red dress. Uh, Excuse me for looking like this. I was on my way to the store, I guess the little cat club or cabaret. Smiling, Airi urged Sasasuka to take our seats. So Is it okay to get a white horse 12 years old with a single rock? So I guess the drink. Oh, and for Jinguji Kamyu XO, uh, Bordori, Boldry, Boldery. What is Bordery? I guess it's some French word, but not quite sure. Whatever, it's a drink. I guess it's brandy something. I understand very well, or I understand. Okay, I guess it's fine. So that's how I felt. I guess she guessed because she's a hostess. She knows what we want to drink. So single straight, or maybe she's gonna poison it or something. I replaced the order with the waiter, and after drink arrived, she turned to me. So, what do you want to talk about? Uh, so, in front of Heidi, like, oh no, it's like I did in front of Airi, like Sasasuka leaked the information about the construction plans for the Kabukicho subway station to the Sova group. So I guess I said it in front of her. So probably where the land grab, like the location where the land grab happened, it's gonna be the subway entrances to be integrated with the buildings. So based on that information, Fuse like did the land speculation. And Sasasuka quit his job without selling Tova Group to go overseas. So the question is why Sasasuka needs to go overseas, Jinguji asks. It seems that the reason he's going to Thailand is to emigrate. Ooh, now she's a zombie too. Jinguji-san, over the past few days, is that all you've been able to find out? She said. I muttered in an impressed tone and then smiled at me. Then, or so, Chinguchi-san, why do you think Ryuji is going abroad? Why is he going? Okay, let's see. Because he divorced Kayoko, no, to marry Airi. Because information leaks are likely to escape from the Tova group, right? Yeah, so it's to get away from the Tova group. The purpose of his overseas escape was probably to escape from the Tova group. Uh, it seems Airi knows that Sasasuga is trying to escape after all. Sasasuga is not the only one running away, I guess Airi is also doing it. She and Sasasuga intend to disappear from Fuse's sight. Maybe she just wants to escape from Fuse, like maybe, he's her pimp or something like that. But yeah, I don't think she really cares that much about Sasasuga. So there's no doubt that Sasasuga is doing exactly what Airi tells him to do. Maybe running away was part of Airi's plan from the beginning. So Sasasuga had been preparing to run away for some time. You think so? A lot of things add up. If that's the case, then the reason Sasasuka and her are fleeing Towa Gang, it's because there is no station construction plan, because he got scared, because Kayako found out. Could it be that there's no plan? Is it like a fake plan, or maybe it was just like a, potential idea, but not something that was not going to be implemented in the end? So let's try, plan. So the construction plan has been scrapped, or in first place, it has been fabricated. Huh? Like he trembled, his body trembled in shock, I guess, hearing that. It's more likely it's a fabrication. Nakashita, who was in the same department as Sasasuka, she didn't know about the plan, so that's probably why. There's no way to know something that doesn't exist in the first place. Why? Why was that? Uh, so you're meaning I made it up? Uh, if the station construction plan is a fabrication, yeah, that's why. So why did he concoct the plan? For revenge, for money, for Airi, for Kayoko? I guess for money. Still do this. But he needed money because of the debtors, right? I heard you had debt collectors before. And to repay, like he was able to repay 3 months ago. This coincides with the time when he came in contact with Fuse and the Towa group. So thanks to the Fuse, he was able to repay the debts. So he gave Fuse false information in exchange for bribe. I sort of respect his grift. It takes guts to, screw with the Yakuza in that way. If Sasasuka and his friends, or I guess Sasasuka and her, were committing fraud against Fuse, then Sasasuka's actions would make sense. So he needed to hide before Fuse discovered the fraud, so he planned to flee overseas. So he was he's sorting out his affairs, including resigning from the job, and without revealing it to anybody around him. So I guess Sasasuka and her have been thinking about escaping ever since they approached Fuse. But that's a bold move. Bold move, Cotton. Even if it was for money, deceiving a Yakuza boss, yeah, I don't think it's gonna mean they're safe even if they make it to Thailand. A lot of money has been spent on land speculation. I wonder what uh, Fuse will be like. Like what will Fuse do because he spent a lot of money on it already? Airi. Sasasuka looked at Airi beside him as if asking for help. He's a zombie. It's an interesting story, Ryuji. So that's what the great detective thought. Iris smiled at me with a look of satisfaction. There's no mistake in what I just said. Um, Considering how anxious Sasasuka is. Oh, so that's what you think? Hmm. Airi was the woman who was in charge of the fraud. She plotted to deceive Fuse and brought Sasasuka in as an accomplice. And then the accomplice Sasasuka, like because he was being pursued by me. So that's how she decided to meet and talk with me. So she just let me talk, but she's mostly silent. It was Airi who urged Sasasuka to talk to me, but what's her purpose? Is she a purpose? Is it to see how close I am to the truth? I don't think that's all there is to it. What is she thinking? Ah. At that moment, I returned back to the entrance and raised her hand slightly. And you're here. So who is it? Yonaguni or who did she invite? What's that? She. I followed her gaze, but and then I couldn't but gasp. Oh, Fuse. Ooh, there was Fuse, senior member of Tovagumi and men who appeared to be his subordinates. Why is he here? Did they follow me? Sorry to call you out so suddenly. Maybe I did say, like, when she changed her outfit, that maybe she went to call somebody, so she probably called him. So I guess she's trying to, sell out Sasasuka to save her own hide. I greeted Fuse and the others with a smile. I recalled. So I recall him? So before I came to the bar, I remembered that Airi had disappeared for a while, yeah. So she was in contact with him at the time. So why did she decide to call Fuse? Sasasuka was shocked at the sight of Fuse and the others. Apparently Sasasuka didn't know either. Is this Airi's own decision? It would be best to check the situation. Okay, so let's look. Before you look, you have to leave. Oh, wait, no. Thank you. I heard you that someone was getting involved with Sasasuka-san, so I rushed over. Apparently they're scrutinizing me because of the leak. Yes. So Sasasuka said that. So who's this? Or is it him? Rather, I guess Fusek glanced at me. I guess scrutinizing me, like investigating him. Because for a moment I thought he was talking about like the authorities, but I guess it's me. The authorities are still clueless about all of this. I guess like persistently following after Ryuji or something. But good thing, Ryuji. Like Fuse has come, you can relax. But it's okay. There's nothing to worry about. Airi gave him a wink, and Sasasuga nodded awkwardly. So okay, it's okay. Or is she gonna like somehow still deceive him? Well, leave the rest to us. I'll make sure you can't show your face in front of Sasasuga again. Sorry. It's okay. Fuse gave Sasasuga a friendly pat on the shoulder. Aren't we friends? Yeah, so they want to use him to beat me up. Okay, that's nice. I was feeling some sympathy towards Airi before, but now it's just, she deserves what's coming to her. So we need to help each other when in trouble. Well, Ryuji, I'll take you up on your offer and leave the rest to you. Airi whispered, taking Sasasuga's hand. Are you planning to run away like this? Or what should I do? Like, expose the scam or stop it? Of course I'm gonna expose the scam. Like, they try to get me beat up or worse and just escape. Like, no. If you want to run away, I'm gonna expose the fraud to Fuse here. Scam? Like, so the station construction plan was a fabrication to swindle money from the Tova group. What are you talking about? Airi laughed in amusement. You tell such lies. Is it to get through the situation? He's a very quick-witted person. I expected that. She said with an impressed look on her face, then smiled at Fuse. This person seems to be trying to cause a rift between us. So he's trying to take advantage of the opportunity. Shallow thinking. I won't fall for it. Fuse scoffed at my words and got away with it. But a fool, if things continue like this, he'll destroy himself. You're just making random things up. Sasasuga seemed relieved by Fuse's condition and immediately puffed out his chest. Mattaku. I don't know, like, how to translate Mattaku. Mattaku ne. Not at all. I don't know. Then Jinguji-san. Goodbye. Sayonara. I really enjoyed hearing your ridiculous theories. Airi chuckled and turned her back on me along with Sasasuga. Airi. I glared at their back in disgust. It was probably Airi's idea to call Fuse from the beginning. But come on, is he just gonna give up? I don't have much sympathy for Jinguji if it's just like, he says one sentence and then it's like, it's bullshit. Like, surely he can come up with more arguments. He can tell about their trip to Thailand and all that stuff. But anyways. But if I have evidence of fraud, it would be good to have it or something. So first he checked on me. I didn't go to the police since Uh, I guess because I went straight to see Airi and Sasasuka. Airi must have decided I didn't have any proof that it was a scam, and then it's called Fuse. Without evidence, Fuse wouldn't believe my words. It's not that I underestimated Airi, but she's a woman able to read situations and people's psychology more astutely than I had imagined. Airi invited me to the bar to buy some time until Fuse arrived. Probably to see how much truth I knew. Maybe Airi took advantage of my desire to get closer to the truth. So do we have anything? Well, he has the CD. I don't think any of this is gonna help. Fuse, Daisuke Fuse, member of the Towagumi. As long as you behave yourself, I won't do anything bad to you, Nii-chan. Can you come with me for a second? Haven't finished drinking yet? I took the rest of the glass. Can you wait a moment? If you don't have enough to drink, I'll let you drink somewhere else, as much as you want. The truth is I'm a bit weak. I like to soothe my nerves with some alcohol. I said that I gestured with chin to the bartender at the counter. Wouldn't it be misleading to be dragged around? If that bartender is making a fuss, won't it be troublesome? Fusa seemed to think for a moment, then took a seat in front of me. I don't think I should act impulsively. Even if he's, I guess, crooked, he is a man who works as a leader or something. Maybe we can understand each other a little. This is a good opportunity. Why don't we talk? There are a few things I want to ask you. Like you're another very brave fellow, he says. So more than just weak need. Fusa looked at me with a slightly amused expression and muttered slowly. It's a souvenir from the underworld. I don't really understand what we're talking about. Okay, Nii-chan, I'll play with you. Because I'm kind. So let the kindness with that let me indulge him or something. So what to ask about Airi? Airi said 3 months ago, or she entered the little cat 3 months ago. Said, yeah, it's a big, bonus or something. Bonus, Sasasuka. I'm not quite sure what's the best word for a bonus or something, but profit. I don't know, something along those lines. You know the situation well. Do you know Airi's true identity? Seems like her real name is Kosaka Airi. But is that a fake name? Fuse nodded at my words. From the looks of it, it seems he doesn't even suspect Iris' true identity. So, yeah, he doesn't know her true identity or something. Okay, how about Sasatsuka? I heard Sasatsuka is the head of urban planning department at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government. Yeah, it's a very distinguished fellow. We cherish our relationship. What would happen if Sasatsuka quit his current job? There's nothing can do. We agreed to continue meeting with Sasatsuka-san. He needs to hold on to his promise. So it seems he's unaware of Sasatsuka's quitting. If things continue as they are, Sasatsuka will probably be overseas by the time Fuse finds out the truth. Airi is also gonna disappear from Fuse's sight as well. I wonder what Fuse will do when he's left alone. Yonaguni. I heard they commissioned Yonaguni Consulting to do the land grab for the planned subway entrance sites. You really did a good job of investigating. Fuse clicked his tongue in disgust. If you'd like. Should I tell you the background of the request or something? So again, the souvenir from the underworld. This is some Yakuza expression. I don't really understand what it means. So while we are here, can we talk about it? So how much do you know about the situation? He's asking. He turned his searching eyes towards me. Seems that then the Meiji Gumi and other Yakuza gangs were involved in land speculation. Wait, is that right? Yeah, I think that's what he says, but isn't Meiji Gumi not involved in it? I guess, yeah, because it was taken from them by speculation land. So is that why Towagumi didn't directly engage in land speculation? Fuse nodded, not looking amused. So, why did you choose Yonaguni as the company to help with the speculation? Airi introduced me to him. Airi? It was difficult to find someone to take over land speculation. This was perfect. That's why they decided to leave it to Yonaguni. Why did you leave the matter of the multi-story car park to Yonaguni? The Yakuza there probably has nothing to do with it. The company that owns the place doesn't seem to do business with the Yakuza. So, Iwasho Real Estate, of course. If that was... Like if it was just one thing, I would have had liked to take care of it myself, but I left the rest up to, I guess, Yonaguni. By the way, seems that Fuse entrusted Yonaguni with the matter because of the presence of Yakuza gangs such as the Meiji Gumi. They probably hired Yonaguni to avoid conflict with other gangs. So it said that he said that Airi introduced him to Yonaguni. In other words, the two of them know each other. Yeah, maybe they're like lovers or brother and sister or something like that. Or why not both? Good, Game of Thrones style. Come on. Airi told me the name of a company she knew that would handle land acquisition negotiations. I don't know anything more than that. I wonder, like, maybe they actually want to, like, maybe her actual, yeah, let's assume she's Yonaguni's sister, and they actually wanted to screw over the Tovagumi. Maybe they were screwed over by Tovagumi in the past or something. So, wouldn't say they're acquaintances, but were you the one who ordered Airi and the others to target Kobayakawa Ryutaro's inheritance, Koba-san? What are you talking about? Fuse was not involved in Koba-san's house arrest or incarceration. Or he's lying. So that was Airi and Yonaguni who were accomplices in the crime. Then we should be suspicious of Airi's relationship with Yonaguni. Those two were in cahoots from the beginning. Oi! At that time, Fuse, seemingly growing impatient, pointed with his chin at my glass, which was getting low. There's only a little bit left, drink it all up. I have a friend waiting downstairs. So don't dither forever or something. So there's a friend below. So does it mean there are other members of Trovagumi here as well? Or does it mean friend below, like Satan down in hell? They're gonna give me a grand welcome. Can't help it. I took a sip from my glass and stood up. Can we just, tell him that they're gonna escape Thailand tomorrow? Just, let hold them for one day and see if it's true or something. Well, if it's a complicated matter, let's do it somewhere else. Somewhere else. So I'll be taken to another place. I left the bar with Fuse and the others, imagining what will happen, and I wonder if the Meiji Gumi and Ima Izuma are gonna save our ass. So we left the bar and arrived at the elevator. No, we left the bar and the elevator arrived on the 7th floor, I guess. And the elevator arrived. I don't know. Well, whatever. We are going to the elevator.
Oi.
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 Guzuするな.
Don't fiddle around or something. Or fidget. Okay, we're kicking ass. Bastard. Okay, that's cool. I know he's gonna kiss.
Oi.
バスタード Gonna kill ya.
殺してやる.
Gonna kill ya. 殺してやる. Gonna kill ya. 殺してやる. Gonna kill ya. 殺してやる. 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 That's scary. But, but before that happens, something. I missed the last one. But hey, okay, our detective isn't as weak and like pushes as he seems, so I respect that. Like, part of me is disappointed we didn't get some, to actually play the fight in some sense, but part of me is relieved because it probably would have been really annoying mechanics for it. But anyways, currently stuck on the 7th floor. I'm stuck inside the elevator and I saw the guide map. So considering the current situation, there's no way I'll stay on the 7th floor. Okay, so 7th floor is the highest, is the lounge. And the room below there's a guest room and some northern bullshit corridors. North corridor, south corridor. Okay. So I have to get out of this hotel somehow. Flusel said he had a friend waiting downstairs. The Tovagumi people who came here means that like Fuse and his friends aren't the only ones involved or something. I wonder how many Yakuza are there in the hotel and where. The only people who can use like best to think is a one-time thing, I guess, to escape from them by beating them up. So we used our special ability of beat up Yakuza. I think that's what it means. Because I took advantage of the opportunity, it worked. Above all, there's not much like I don't want to make a fuss, like, or I don't want to cause any ruckus. I guess that's how to phrase it. If possible, I'd rather not face anyone from the Tova group again. To avoid the gang and escape, so it's better to know the layout of the hotel. So from the 2nd and 6th floors, they have a guest room. Or from between 2nd and 6th floors, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem like very, unusual or like, complicated layout. When you exit the elevator, there's a hallway with a staircase in between leading to another corridor. So there's a emergency staircase in the hallway. And the first floor is the lobby, the front desk and entrance are on the elevator side. Regarding the location of the central staircase and emergency stairs, like the first floor is no different from the others in terms of the staircase and stuff. The basement floor is a parking lot. There's a service entrance for vehicles on the elevator side. So maybe we have to go there. I'll make sure to memorize the detailed route of the map so I can recall it at any time, even when I'm outside the elevator. Then where to escape to? Alright, let's save first. So we have think, I guess that's the elevator, and this is press. If we go to the 5th floor, I don't know, like there's not big difference between the floors. I pressed the elevator button and headed to the 5th floor. I stood in the hallway next to the elevator. Man who appears to be a member of the Toragumi is patrolling the hallway. So I can't get through here. Okay. So am I supposed to get back to the elevator? So where to flee? Okay, I don't know. Okay, let's go to the 6th floor. Or should I get back to the 7th floor now that they think I'm no longer there? Yeah, there's somebody here. Maybe that's actually the smart thing. Let's go to the 7th floor. No, Dameda. But you think because they saw we us take off in the elevator. No way I'm going back to the 7th floor. Or is it the 6th floor because there's like a special corridor thingy? Okay, how about 2nd floor? There's somebody here. Okay, let's see what happens if I try to take the stairs. Like, can we sneak past him or something? Man appears to be a member of the is patrolling. The gang member is patrolling there, so we cannot go for the stairs. Okay. What about think? Yeah, this is just the map, I guess. So I thought of the guide map. Okay, it's good we are actually recording them. Or maybe it's like 3rd or 4th floor is. Okay, can we actually go to the car, all the way to the car park there? Okay, let's see if we can go to the car park. So I stopped the elevator and looked at the parking lot of the 1st basement floor. So is it... I looked around the parking lot. People who appear to be members of the Towagumi gang are guarding the entrance leading outside from the parking lot. It would be difficult to get out of here. Well, can we take the stairs from here? No, go out, no, go to the elevator, go to the stairs. I headed towards the stairs in the parking lot. Came to the stairs in the 1st basement floor of the hotel. There's a staircase leading up to the 1st floor and the floor door leading to the parking lot. So let's go to the 1st floor. I went up the stairs, headed to the 1st floor. I came to the stairs on the 1st floor of the hotel. Okay, let's look around. It's just stairs leading up to the 2nd floor on the basement. And there's a hotel corridor, door to the corridor. Okay, can we go out from there? Go to the hallway corridor. The moment you step out into the hallway, you might bump into a member of the Towagumi. I opened the door slightly and looked out into the hallway. People who appear to be members of the Towagumi gang are patrolling both the hallway next to the elevator and the hallway next to the emergency stairs. Doesn't look like I can get out of the hallway on this floor. I didn't want to get noticed, so I closed the door. Okay. Then let's go up to the second floor. Let's see, like, yeah, it's just one. Nothing's. Let's go to the third floor because we haven't checked the corridor. Like maybe magically one of the floors is empty. But a man who appeared to be a member of the Towagumi is waiting halfway on the stairs. I retreated not to be noticed. Ah, okay. Then can we go to the hallway here? So if you step out of the hallway, you might bump into one of them. So I looked out of the door, you know, ajar, crack, whatever. And there's a man guarding the elevator, blah blah. So there's no sign of anyone in the hallway on the emergency stairs side. Ah, so we can get to the emergency staircase corridor. I went out to the stairs into the hallway next to the emergency stairs. Okay. So we came to the hallway next to the emergency stairs. So there's no sign of anybody who seems to be a Towa gang. Looks like we can continue this corridor. Well, can we go to the emergency stairs? I came to the emergency stairs on the second floor of the hotel. Okay. Do save. Can we go down all the way downtown? I went down the stairs, headed to the whatever first floor. I came to the emergency stairs on the first floor of the hotel. So can we go out? Go outside, let's see. Does it work? I look back. It appears to lead outside, but the door is locked. Wait, it's emergency stairs. There's no way out of here. Is that how it's supposed to work? Like, I understand it's locked from the other side, so you cannot come in, but what if there's an emergency? Okay, well, what if we go inside the hotel from here? Like, I'm not sure if anybody is guarding this. I opened the door and went inside the hotel, or maybe they locked it like that, you know, gangsters. I entered the first floor lobby via emergency stairs. I looked around the lobby. There's a corridor in front of me and a man who appears to be a member of the Towagumi patrolling. It's difficult to get to the end of the hallway from here. So I looked around. Oh, there has to be an employee-only entrance at the back. Okay, let's go there then. Exclusive entrance for employees. I headed to the employee entrance, staff only. It's unlikely that Towagumi members would be stationed at the employee-only entrance. Taking a deep breath, I put my hand on the door. At that time, a hotel attendant appeared from behind the door. Of all the times, why now? As soon as the hotel staff me, they smiled and started talking to me. A customer, this is for employees only. Please use the front entrance. I would have done it if it wasn't for the warm welcome from the Towa group. I suppressed my irritation and said, as I looked at the man or something. No, I stared at the hotel attendant. What should I do? I don't pretend to be whatever. Let's talk to him then. Sorry, but I really want to use this door. I don't mean to cause any trouble. Can you let me off the hook? Even if you say so. The door is for employees only, and regulations it cannot be used by anyone other than those involved. Oh dear, the discipline. Somehow I like to use the side entrance, but what should I do? The hotel attendant looks at me suspiciously. If I do something poorly, I might not be able to get through here. I must act carefully. Okay, that means I have to save. So there probably are few ways out of this hotel. Persuade, threaten, talk about the situation, hit. I like the hit. Let's just try to explain the situation. Discipline is important, but this is an emergency. Would you consider helping me and let me go? Even if you say so. Like, can't they just say that, mafia are after me? Okay, I guess no. Okay, talk about the situation. Where's the difference, anyways? Truth is, I'm being chased by some troublesome people. If I get caught, my life is gone. Oh, that's... the kind of people pursuing are the kind of people who don't mind doing stuff like that. You have a pretty good idea about who those people are, right? The hotel attendant was confused for a moment, then quickly regained his composure and turned his sharp gaze towards me. He still seemed skeptical. Okay, how about threaten him? Just need to obey and get out of the way. For you and the hotel. Even if you say so. Contrary to what he said, his expression gradually clouded over. Doesn't seem to be afraid to give away. If I were to argue him, it would be even more troublesome. Okay, do I have to press the same options I already tried? I'm being chased by somebody. If I get caught, I'll be in danger. Yeah, that's what you keep saying. Okay, do we have to hit him? I made a fist and swung it high. Customer, please stop acting so rough. I raised my fist and looked at the hotel attendant's expression. Contrary to what he said, his expression was gloomy. Doesn't seem to be afraid to give up. We're supposed to hit him, knock him out, Shouldn't anger him. I've tried every option. Would you just let me through here and help me out? Is the front door already guarded by pursuers? He's asking. Okay, so I guess I have to. Is the main entrance manned by Towa gang? Yes, it's tense. I guess what? I guess it's manned. It's guarded. Yes, the front door is already, I guess, blocked by them. Then there's the underground parking lot entrance. They also blocked that one. Yeah, that's also blocked. Is that so? The pursuers keeping watch over the emergency staircase on the first. Oh, come on! There are no entrances or exits on the emergency stairs. I don't think it's a good idea to lie. What? The hotel staff laughed at me and said he was so right to. Okay, that's bullshit. That like there was we couldn't open. It's locked. Why can't we tell? Huh? No, that's not it. I really wanna. Damn it. Customers cannot be trusted. Stop messing around. Like, fuck you. Okay, this is bullshit. Yes. Hotel staff seem to have reached the limit of patience. No, I'm fucking reaching the limit of my patience. Did I make him angry? Yeah, no, you made me angry. The entrance is. So, when the staff spoke. Oi. Fuck you, stupid game. Go fuck yourself. Like, it's. It was locked. We couldn't go through there. Okay, let's try the explanation again. Okay, so I wanna go. I like this important emergency, blah blah blah. Then try to explain to him that I'm being pursued by bad guys. So let me through. So now he's asking, is it blocked? So okay, and the basement is blocked. Okay, maybe I have an idea. Okay, it's like this. So he's asking about the emergency exits. Like, okay, this is not guarded. Okay, maybe I'll just do a new save here. Like, do we have like, it's not guarded, and then it says, well, you can go there. Then we have to say, no, it's locked. Is that the way it is? Is that how it's gonna be? The entrance to the emergency stairs on the first floor was not secured by tower group. Then maybe you can use that one. It's impossible. Unfortunately, it's impossible. Why is that? Fucking hate this game. Why is it so fucking difficult? Why can't we just beat up like 3 mafia guys? Can't we just beat him up? Like I'm really starting to hate this guy more than anybody else in this game. So why can't we use the first floor fire escape entrance? Because the door is closed. Oh? Huh? Oh, you're right. Come on. So tedious. Seems you've been searching quite frantically for an exit. Okay, use this then. Okay, thank you. Yare yare. I want to find out this guy's name and if we survive this and make sure that he's fired out of a cannon into the sun. So it's an unpleasant way of doing things. Yeah, you can say that again. Okay, so can we go? So please use this door. He points to the door behind him. Okay, can we use it now then? Was seen off by the hotel staff member and entrance. They enter the employee on the entrance. The door led to an alley behind the hotel. I hid in the shadow of the hotel building and quietly peeked down the street. There, Fuse and the others were there. We lost him. That bastard. Did he escape? Fuse seemed annoyed and scolded his subordinates. He seems quite angry. Was it wrong to hit him or what? Did I hit Fuse? Was he also one of them I hit? I thought it was just some goons. Given the circumstances, I may have gotten a little too cocky. I have no choice. Go to his office. Oh no, Yoko is gonna be in trouble. Although annoyed, Fusa gave instructions to his subordinates. Office. Um, Place is said to be in Kabukicho's second chome. He knows the location of my office. Did Irit tell him? I to think my office would be targeted. I guess I shouldn't have hit the Yakuza boss after all. Seems like a bad situation. It's a shame to waste time traveling. I'll contact Yoko right away. Should we be calling her while we're still in their earshot? Because if I can hear them, they can probably hear me. I'll go get some tea water. I'll be right back. Back. It's funny, like it's called oyu in Japanese, like hot water. I think it's weird that like hot water has a specific name for it because water is just mizu, but it's called oyu. Or maybe there's special circumstances when water is oyu except being heated. I don't know. Anyways, let's call Yoko. Or can't we just send a text message? So I took out the cell phone and dialed the office number. This is the Jinguji Detective Agency. Yoko's calm voice came to the other end of the phone. Yoko, it's me. Oh, Sensei, what should I do? Can you please leave the office right now? Hi? The guys from Torva gang might be coming there. It's dangerous. Get out quickly. Please wait. What on earth do you mean? I'll explain later. I just want you to get out of there right now. I understand. Okay, she said with a reluctant tone. Well, she wants to get gangbanged by the mafia. When you get to Shinjuku Station, can you call me on my cell phone? I'll tell you the situation then. Okay, please. Tell me about it later. Yoko told me to pray and hung up the phone. Huh? Okay, can we go now? I leave here too. I quietly left the hotel so as not to attract anyone's attention. So, some streets, Yasukuni Street. I walked to the Yasukuni Street, which was close to the hotel. If I'm this far, will it be okay? Let's look around paranoidly. I looked around. There were no signs of Towa gang members in the area. Can I assume I escaped? I finally took a small breath. I wonder about Yoko. I still haven't heard from her. I hope she left the office safely. Let's make sure she's safe. Okay. I have no way of understanding her current situation. Since we don't know the situation, if I contact her carelessly, this could put her in danger. Yeah, so can we just wait? Let's wait for a response. So, can we move then? Oh, so I have to make sure she's safe. Okay, how about looking around? I looked around again. Oh, okay. At that time, the ringtone rang from my cell phone. Moshi mosh. Sensei, it's me. Yoko, are you okay? Yeah. After receiving call from you, I immediately left the office. Just arrived at Shinjuku station. Well, that's good. I breathed a sigh of relief. So, Sensei, what's going on? And now she's gonna scream "Ee!" and get caught. Oh no, she's at the station. I guess that's fairly safe. There's probably people and cameras and everything around. I carefully chose my words to explain the current situation to her. Uh, Whatever it takes, I'll have this situation resolved by tomorrow. Until then, could you please wait in the office? Or no, wait without coming to the office, I guess. I understand. So, can you contact me tomorrow? Huh? Please contact me as soon as you return to the office, she says. Okay, I understand. Until tomorrow, I'll be waiting. So we were able to confirm that Yoko is safe. Then let's think about the future. Okay. Oh yeah, I should have saved first. Doesn't really matter which order I do it. So inference time. Let's think carefully about the information so far. So the Tova group have been chased by the Tova group. Decision needs to be made by tonight. Because tomorrow, what day is it tomorrow? Iris work day. Sasasuka's travel date. Well, that's tomorrow. Sasasuka's quitting date. No, that was today already, right? Yonaguni land acquisition day. So it's Sasasuka's travel date. Tomorrow is the day Sasasuka is scheduled to travel to Thailand. Naturally, I can't let him go. There's also a chance that Airi will go with him. First, we need to capture Sasasuka and her. Then, what should we do about Sasasuka and her? Like, make them turn themselves in, give them to Towagumi. Well, I sort of like that option, but I doubt that's a possibility. Give them to Fuse. Let them meet Kayoko. I guess, like, turn them in, like make themselves turn themselves in. That's it. We should make Sasasuka and the others admit everything and turn themselves into the police. But, like, okay, if he goes to jail, will he be safe from Yakuza there? Like, I don't know how Yakuza works nowadays, but, like, if it was like the Western Mafia, I don't think he'd be safe. He screwed over the freaking Mafia. Going to jail isn't gonna save him, usually. Regardless of Airi, even the Even at this stage, Sasasuka could be reported to the police for forgery of official documents. However, before that, Sasasuka and the others have like there's something to confirm with them. This is the specific reason why the construction, like station construction plan fraud was committed. One reason for the fraud is already clear, but other reasons that the fraud has been discovered. Airi. I guess, like, what other reasons for the scam have been discovered? Well, money is one of them. Travel to Thailand, the Kayoko, the wife, Airi, so it's money, right? One is money. There's no doubt that Sasasuka received a bribe from Fuse in the name of information. But this is a big undertaking. There seems to be another reason. Let it confirm with Sasasuka and I guess Airi. Where might Sasasuka and Airi be or visit tonight? So from what I've heard so far, where might they miss it? So is Sasasuka's former home Little Cat, the office, Metropolitan Office, this airport? This has to be Sasasuka's former home because like the wedding rings and stuff like that are still there. That's it. When I went to the house, Sasasuka's luggage was still there. There's a chance Sasasuka will show up to collect his luggage. So other places they might visit are wait, is it today? Is it, I'm not certain about like what's the actual like, because I don't think they were gonna be, assuming this is not past midnight, that they were not gonna go to the airport. But I don't really understand why would they want to go to the office, or do they have something still in Little Cat? Let's try the airport. I'm sure they'll be heading to the airport to fly to Thailand. First, I don't know which airport it is. Even if I knew, it would be difficult to find Sasasuka and her at the airport because there's so many people. Okay, so then is it Little Cat? When we went to the hotel bar, Iris said she stayed before going to the bar. Ah, yes, because she changed her costume and stuff. So somebody, like as being somebody who's been chased by Tova Group is a place I would rather not get close to. But there is a chance that Airi or Sasasuka will show up there. Sasasuka's house and Little Cat. As far as I know, those are two places where Sasasuka and her might appear. Which direction should I go? So the house or Little Cat? I think the house would be safer, but of course the Well, yeah, because the mafia doesn't know that he's trying to escape the country. But can't we call Imaizuma the friendly mafia guy? The house. Let's go to the Sasasuka house. Um, I headed from Yasukunidori towards East Shinjuku, where Sasasuka's house is. I arrived near Sasasuka's house. I wonder if Sasasuka and her will show up. Look. I hid in the shadows and looked around carefully. I can't find any Togo gang members, or Sasasuka or Iris form are not visible. As I took a deep breath, a figure passed by on the street in front of the house. Oh, was the ex-wife Kayoko? Came at a good time. Good evening. Good evening, I am Jinguji Saburo. I called out to Kayoko pretending I just arrived. You again? Kayako looked at me suspiciously whenever I showed up. He already left. He left? He came to pick up the luggage. He won't be coming back again. He picked up his luggage. Damn, I was too late. And that's how it is. Please don't come here again. With that, Kayako disappeared into the house. Okay, let's think. Then, what should I do now? Stake out like this, head to little cat, look somewhere else. I wanna see. Let's do a save. And let's load this one. What if we go to little cat? God damn it. There's some loud construction suddenly. It's likely to wake up my son. He's probably gonna wake up soon anyways, but okay, let's go to little cat. I headed from Yasugunidori towards downtown area. Okay, so we actually get to decide which way to go. I don't know how much of a difference it will make. So little cat was still lit up and dazzling with dazzling neon lights. I wonder if Sasasuka and her will show up. Look. I hid in the shadows and looked around carefully. Can't see any Toba gang members. Also, Airi and Sasasuka, I can't see them. Just thinking when I heard a familiar sound of heels faintly echoing around. Ah, okay, that's her. There was Airi. She was heading towards Little Cat alone. So is she going to the establishment right now? If it would be a hassle if she got inside. So let's just kidnap her. I have to catch her quickly. I came out of the shadows and walked towards Airi. You. Thanks for earlier. Why are you here? I ran away. Thanks for that. I almost got into some trouble. Mm. Airi looked around. At the end, she turned her sharp eyes on me. Don't come any closer. I'll shout. Or do you want me to shout? Scream? I just said, pointing to the nearby establishment. Okay, so get closer or give up. Let's see. Let's save this one. Let's see if we go closer. I took a step forward. At that moment, she appeared to be taking a breath. So it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like she was just threatening, but understand. I decided to stop for a moment. So let's talk here. Um, if you show any signs of calling someone, I won't show any mercy. That's what he said to her in the dark alley in the middle of the night. I thought, Jinguji were a gentleman, but depends on the other person, I guess. That's a good point. Wonderful. Ida gave a small laugh and faced me. I understand, let's talk. It seems it will be better for me. Did you come here to see me? Yeah, you and Sasasuka. What are you gonna do now? Are you gonna turn me into the police? It will be difficult to turn Airi over to the police at this stage. The crimes she is clearly involved is just fraud against the Tova group. It would be impossible to accuse Tovagumi of fraud when they are not even aware that they are being deceived. In any case, in the case of Sasasuka, there is evidence to support for an investigation, but that he was entertained by the mafia and falsified official documents. But um, before going to the police, I plan to catch Sasasuka first. I'd be happy if you could help me with that. Oh, is that so? In that case, she looked up at me. You want to make a deal with me? A deal? Please ignore me here. Let me go. If you can promise me that, I'll give you Ryuji's information. She's really a Jezebel. Information about Sasasuka. I'll, I'll tell you where Ryuji is planning to go next. I wonder if maybe Ryuji is actually here and he's gonna overhear all of this and it's like, oh no, you don't really love me. Maybe it's too cliche. Are you planning to sell out Sasasuka so that you could escape? That's not a bad thing for you, Jinguji-san, is it? After all, she was just using Sasasuka. Probably had no idea she was suffering her lover. Like he's been cut up into pieces. It's probably all there is to it. Can I believe it? That information? I'm not gonna risk lying after coming all this way. I wonder, after giving me that information, you might send the Tova gang here. What I'm gonna tell you now, Jinguji-san, is where Ryuji and I will be meeting. At the station. So we're at the station, so if anything happens, we can ask for help, or you can ask, I don't know, somebody can ask for help. If I'm gonna send the Tova group, there must be a better place to go, right? She has a point. Will Sasatsuka really be there? You'll just have to believe me on that one. I don't intend to go to the meeting place. It would be great if you could pick up Ryuji so he doesn't do anything inappropriate. So it's true that she doesn't want to join with him in the future, I guess. And since that is so, Sasasuka is sure to become an eyesore to Airi. Eyesore, Airi, hehe. Like, if she can cut off, relations with him in a suitable way, she can choose to leave him with me, I guess. So that might be the case. That's what she's planning. However, there's still the house in the area where Sasasuka might appear. Well, we sort of know from the other timeline that he already went there. Oh, that's right. Ryuji-san already went back to his old house. He cannot go back there or something. So Airi said as if she could see through my thoughts. So he already went to pick up his luggage. If what Airi says is true, then there's no way for me to know where Sasasuka is. Unless I get information from her, it'd be difficult to reach Sasasuka. I don't like it, but should I go ahead with the deal? Okay, let's save. Because I certainly... Let's see what if I won't do a deal with her. Let's see what happens first. No, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, how troublesome. So should I call for help first, or should Jinguji catch me first? Would you like to have a contest like that? I don't think it would be beneficial for either of us. Even if I catch her alone, it would be difficult to get her to talk. We're gonna pursue this. It has to be Sasasuka. Even if I think about reporting it to the police later, understand. I'll accept it. Why have a question like that if it doesn't matter? Then I'm just gonna make the deal to sound less stupid. Alright, let's make a deal. I thought you would say that. Well, yeah, because we have no options. So, where are we supposed to meet Sasasuka? At 7 a.m. at the west exit of Shinjuku Station. So, please go instead of me. Airi laughed slightly in amusement. So I guess the purpose of the meeting is to go to Thailand together. Seems so. Seems like you had no intention of going overseas in the first place. To Phuket? I always wanted to go there once. If it's a trip, So I guess you don't wanna, marry Sasasuka and live together with him there. I really don't see a future there. I'm sure Ryuji will realize that soon. By the time the night breaks, I'm sure uh, he's waking up from his ridiculous dream of living with a beautiful woman on a southern island. Hoo. Please wake him up gently. It's the least I can ask. Uh, so I have to make Sasasuka realize the reality. She forced me into a role I didn't like. There's one thing I'd like to ask. And what's that? What's your relationship with Yonaguni? I heard you were the one who introduced Yonaguni to Fuse. Well, I did tell Fuse-san that that company exists. Are you acquainted with Yonaguni? No, never met him. I saw you coming out of the office building in Yonaguni earlier. Oh, maybe DB. Maybe she's, DB's sister. Hey, Stream Hub World. Welcome again. I just noticed your message. There's more than one tenant in that building. Irie answered without hesitation, without even moving an eyebrow. So it seems she insists that she's not acquainted with Yonaguni. Just knowing that the company exists. You and Yonaguni are alike. You smell the same. Is that so? Her smiling face reminded me of Yonaguni. Behind the smile there was a hint of venom. Well, Jinguji-san, I unilaterally ended the conversation and turned her back to the store. The deal is done, so I'll leave it at that. Aren't you going to the store? Yes, I need to get away from you quickly. Bye. Until next time. I really don't like if she gets to escape. I think she deserves to get punished by both the law and the mafia. I watched Iris back as she left. Somewhere in my mind I had a premonition that we would never meet again. Iris' figure soon disappeared into the neon light. When the night ends, I will wake up from this dream. I guess the woman named Iris will never appear before Sasuke again. Sweet dream that lasted for a moment will vanish when morning comes. Like the lights that twinkle in the night. Soon the sky over Shinjuku broke into dawn. The neon-lit scenery of the night was now illuminated by sunlight. I walked past the homeless people and hosts hanging out at the station and made it to the west exit. Be right back. son is still sleeping like a piggy despite all the construction sounds. So yeah, I made it to the west exit. Sasazuka is nowhere to be seen. It seems that Maeda and the others are nowhere to be seen as well. I decided to wait for Sasazuka at the corner of the rotary. According to Aira, Sasazuka will be appearing here at 7 o'clock. Still a bit early though. Will Sasazuka really come as Iris said? I looked around. Couldn't see Sasazuka. Is he really coming? I wonder what kind of face he'll make when he arrives. Let's do a save. Looked around again. At that time, I noticed a man walking towards the west exit where I was. Sasazuka. He's rubbing his hands like some sort of person. Just as Airi had said, Sasazuka appeared at the west exit. There's nobody there except Sasazuka. He must have really come here to meet Airi. I felt relieved that Airi's words were true. Then at the same time, seeing his expression, I felt a slight pain in my head. This is going to take a bit of time to wake him up. I once again felt a deep loathing for Airi, who had forced this role upon me. And why do it? Just, I don't know, drag her, beat her up, send her to the mafia. I walked over to Sasazuka to talk to him. Oh, you! Why are you here? Airi told me about it. What are you talking about? Like, this sort of stuff. Sasazuka didn't seem to believe it at all. He turned around and tried to get away from me. Oops. I immediately went around Sasazuka. Looks like we need to get Sasazuka to behave for now. Okay, let's interrogate him. Guess I can just I can't overwrite this because now. Okay. Alright, now I can save. So. Get out of my way. If not, I'll call the guys from the Towagumi. For now, let's get Sasazuka to behave. Talk profile, TP, from my bumhole. TE from my bumhole. I don't know what it is, but it's from my bumhole. I'll call the guys from Towagumi here. During the day, they call the police, but now they call the Yakuza. It's quite a change of policy. What should I do? Okay, let's look at him first. He seems to be quite anxious. If he calls the Tova group, does he know what's gonna happen? Talk. He says he's gonna call the Tova gang, but so what I have to do is run away? No, take him to the police, explain the situation. take him to the police or explain the situation, like, need to Kayoko. I don't really understand. I don't understand what Kayoko has to do with it, but it's an option, so let's try it. A soft approach. No, it's not. Okay, I'm not gonna waste time with the wrong options. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not that because I don't understand why is it even an option. So to go to the police. I don't know if it's strong. Yes. If you call the travel group, I'll take you to the police first. Ugh. I have some acquaintances in the police. If I tell them what's going on, they'll listen. So getting entertainment from Yakuza forged official documents, I have no shortage of material to talk about. Stop if you do something like that. You won't be able to escape from now. If the Tova gang had realized it was a scam, that would have just certainly been the end or something. But I'm not gonna let you go. If you value your life, get the police to hide you. Let the heat die down a bit. Ugh. Sasasuka picked up his cell phone as if asking for help. He repeatedly pressed buttons on his cell phone. Looks like he's trying to contact someone. Maybe it's Airi. The person is probably... So he's pressing the buttons. So he's gonna try to contact somebody. Of course it's gonna be Airi. Still, let's save. To make it quicker. Except... Come on, man. So you are contacting Airi. You probably won't be able to contact her anymore. It's no use calling. What are you talking about? Airi already betrayed you. She sucked my cock just in the alley 5 minutes ago. That's sort of inappropriate stuff. He doesn't believe it. We have to prove she betrayed him. He's probably beginning to have doubts about Airi. But how can we clearly explain the reality? Well, I guess I have to tell them how do we know we are here, because she told me. Airi betrayed me? That sort of stuff. That's the basis that of belief that Airi betrayed him. Because Jinguji is here. That's surely the reason. Yeah, strongly tell that my appearance here should be the best evidence of that. That's not true. So, how did I know where you and Airi were supposed to meet? Apart from Airi, does anyone know where you were meeting? That's did you did you really hear that from Airi? I met Airi last night after I escaped from the Trova gang. She offered me a deal. If I let her go, she'll tell me where Sasasuka would appear. And then I found out you're showing up at the west exit of Shinjuku Station at 7 a.m. Oh, that's I never had any intention of being with you from the start. So not coming here was part of her plan. Her keikaku. Keikaku means plan. But I made a promise. When we get married and be together. So he was deceived by such promises and abandoned his wife. Airi is Airi for deceiving him, but Sasasuka also was deceived by it and rushed into divorce. Anyway, it seems that it's still not enough to wake him up. Another way Airi is betraying Sasasuka is... Now that we come this far, let's get to the heart of the matter and wake him up. You're being deceived by Airi. What's your basis for saying something like that? So what's the basis for it? Airi contacted Sasasuka. Well, he's not able to contact her. Being lied to about one's identity. I think it's all of them, but well, of course that she hasn't told him her real identity. But it's like, can we prove it? Okay, what's this one? Yeah, not her real identity. So Airi is lying to you about her true identity. What? According to our research, there's no woman named Airi Kosaka. That's not true. Have you checked her background? I can confirm something like that. Don't act like you're doubting Airi like that. I can't believe you came up with the idea of getting married without even checking her background first. Seems like somehow he's woken up a little. Let's hear more details. Sasasuka stood there somewhat stunned. Looks like he lost all desire to run away. Listen to what I can before, hear what I can before taking him to the cops. So what to ask about Airi or Yonaguni? Ever since we met, Airi has always been devoted to me. I guess Airi suggested you to defraud the Towa gang. And you didn't think you're being used. Airi didn't receive a single penny of money. It was all for my sake. So did she give all the money he received from the Towa group to Sasasuka? Sasasuka interpreted this as love for him. Yonaguni? Do you know a man named Yonaguni? if it's a company with a name like that, seems they don't know each other. So, have you heard anything about Yonaguni? I heard they asked him to handle the land speculation. So he doesn't seem to know anything else. Yeah, he doesn't really know much about Yonaguni. Okay. Then the money, the fraud. I'm gonna check on my son again because there's so much banging, but he's still asleep. Yeah, he's still sleeping, but I had to check that he's actually breathing. You know, when you're a parent, you worry, especially if you have small kids. That are they when they're sleeping for long, that they're actually breathing. But yeah, he knows how to breathe. It seems that he participated in the fraud, deceived Tova Group in order to repay his debts. Or you did it, I guess we're talking to him. So why did you take such a risk for debts? I had to get the money. If not, it would have been a big deal. A big deal? Big trouble or something. If the embezzlement had been discovered, I would have been caught. Embezzlement? Perhaps to pay off the debt? So he got into debt and he embezzled money from his company or I don't know, whatever bureau, and then he paid back the money when he got it from the mafia, I guess. Apparently he paid off the debt he had 4 months ago by embezzling money from work. It appears that he participated in the fraud not precisely to repay his debts, but to cover the embezzlement. What a complex web we weave when we first learn to deceive or practice this, however the saying goes. If that had been discovered, Sasasba would certainly have met his ruin long ago. So I don't think... So that's why you took the risk of deceiving the Yakuza. Airu told me that if I run away before I'm found, I'll be fine. So he did as he was told. Airu said that if the plan works, we should get together. So I believe that until now. Sorry, now my throat is getting... I've been talking too much clearly. So he believed the words and obeyed her, basically. Became a SIMP. Irie is determined. So he believed he wasn't deceiving anybody, I guess. Or she wasn't deceiving him. So, but she offered the scam to him regardless. You know. So the station construction plan. Did you come up with the plans for building the station? Nope. I made it, but Airi came up with the idea. Then Airi also planned the locations of the subway exits. The exits are integrated into the building. Like I was told to integrate them to the building. Why was he given such instructions? Airi also decided where to take the plan. So is Towagumi's Fuse like that he was sure to jump on the offer. As expected, the fraud was being carried out under Irish leadership. So the box says most of the fraud was under Irish orders, including the idea of the Kabukicho station construction plan, the type of exit, and where to take the money. So Fuse actually jumped on the offer and raised funds from the land grab from a Yakuza fund. So what happens to that funding now? I heard they gave the full amount to the party asked to do the land speculation or something. So when requested for the land grab. In other words, the funds are now in Yonagumi's hands. That's about it. So yeah, I guess she was working with Yonaguni. So maybe in the end, the Yakuza, they're gonna ice Yonaguni. Let's think about the story I heard from Sasasuka. So, inference time. Let's think carefully of the information. The idea of using Sasasuka's fake, or he used the fake development plan. But the whole idea was Iris' idea to use the fake plan to defraud Tova Group, basically. In reality, Sasasuka was short on money and was lured in by the sweet temptation of money and Airi. And it led him to carry out series of fraudulent acts. But what was Airi's purpose? So why did she commit the fraud? So is it money? Love for Sasasuka? No. A land grab? No. I guess it has to be money. Money. Oh, speaking of Sasasuka, I did not receive a single cent for the information obtained to the fraud, and the entire amount went to Sasasuka. It seems Sasasuka took this action as Iris' love. Okay, I misunderstood the question, I guess. Since no money was ever handed to Iris, it's unlikely the money was the motive. So is it the land grab? I don't really understand. Maybe I'm failing to understand the question, like the proper implication, but isn't it still money? Like, ultimately, isn't the money still with Yonaguni and stuff? It's possible that land speculation itself is Iris' goal. Say that Airi did not receive any money or anything like that. Despite this, she led the fraud to this extent. Location of the land grab was designated by Airi. It seems highly likely that land speculation itself is the purpose. In fact, Airi has drawn people who are related to her into the land grab scheme. And that person is Yonaguni, right? Yes, Yonaguni. Airi introduced Yonaguni to Fuse as someone who will negotiate land acquisition. Yonaguni and Airi are cooperating with each other on Koba's house or incarceration, so they are complicit in it. It's quite possible that Yonaguni along with Airi were involved in this fraud from the planning stage, but why is there a need to speculate on the land? Safe to say that Airi gained nothing from the fraud. If so, what does Yonaguni, the accomplice, gain from being asked to carry out the land speculation? So what do they gain? And trust from Fuse? I don't think that's the case. Well, the funds, yeah, is that that's what they gain, right? And the information fee. So it's the money, right? It's the money, stupid. That's it. According to Sasasuka, the funds for the land speculation were handed over in one lump sum to Yonaguni. Yeah. It's possible that the money was the motive, but I would understand if Yonaguni had just received the funds and then fled, but the land acquisition has already been completed in 3 locations. A lot of money must have gone into that. Even if they are after the funds, isn't it their intention to steal them? Maybe they are gonna summon Shab-Niggurath or some, eldritch god by gaining the points of power. It's true that choosing the Yakuza as a target for stealing money is too risky. But then what's the money for? We'll have to come back to this later. I can't keep Sasasuka waiting too long. After gathering my thoughts, I looked to my side and saw Sasasuka staring blankly at the morning sun. It's dazzling. Sasasuka looked away from the light pouring down on the ground. I found an errant sock on the floor. Anyways. So yeah, he looked away from the light pouring down on the ground. It seems he's woken up from the dream. So I guess he's beginning to understand the reality of the situation. I'm sort of feeling bad for him. I at least hope he, got to actually fuck Airi and wasn't just, led on. So abandoned by Airi, from now he will be chased by the Yakuza. The reality is that since he had left his job and his family, he had nowhere to return to. Let's go to the police. I urged Sasasuka to scold him. So I'll leave you in the care of a trustworthy detective. I'm sure that person will understand that you will be targeted by the Towagumi. I want the police to hide you for a while so that you can at least, save your life. But it's already a zombie, it's too late. After a brief hesitation, Sasasuka reluctantly nodded. The more dazzling the lights are at night, the world would be a desolate place without them. Okay. So poetic. But what is it in the light of day is reality. Sasasuka is really, to him, he should have paid attention to what is important or something. Not just a fleeting sweet dream. Should have been work and his family. He neglected it and even chose to throw it away. Yeah, he's retarded. The morning that Sasasuka woke up was surely the result of his own choice. After that, I took Sasasuka to Yodobashi police station. After leaving Sasasuka in Kuma-san's custody, I finally started my journey back to the office. Is the Towagumi gonna be here? I dragged my exhausted body as I walked to the office. Staying all night, the morning sun was terrible. The light hurt my eyes. If the Towa gang were to attack him here, it would be awful. Are they still around? I squinted my eyes, looked at the office building, and noticed a figure. Oh, good morning, Jinguji-san. It's Imaizumi. Was Imaizumi standing in front of the office building? He looked sort of creepy in this jacket, and his expression is like some, pervert version of Wolverine. Imaizumi, why are you here? It seems that some members of the Towagumi gang have been hanging around the area. So I just came to chase them away. Oh, you know I was being targeted by the gang. I heard a rumor last night, but it's the best thing that you're safe and sound. Thanks to you. But are you okay, Imaizumi? He's pretending to be going out in front of the trouble group. I don't quite understand I don't understand quite the sentence, doesn't matter. Yeah. Point is, we are okay. Regarding the matter, I asked my boss to talk to the boss of the other gang. So was there a discussion between the leaders? Boss Gozo did a great job. It's rare for Boss Gozo, the head of the Kanto Meiji Gumi, to take action himself. That's why its prestige is immense. His prestige, I guess. With Boss Gozo, out and doing stuff, things will be resolved. It seems the boss was upset about Towa gang wreaking havoc on our territory. At my suggestion, they questioned the head of the Towagumi. After that, the other side refused to admit they had caused trouble in their territory, but instead withdrew their, withdrew Fuse from that stuff. I promised, I guess I made them promise they wouldn't lay their hands on Jinguji again. You've been very protective of me. Well, we've been asking Jinguji to investigate for us until now. I'd like to hear the results of the investigation. since Jinguji-san has gone far into, researching Fuse and stuff. So you probably got enough information to justify all that, he said with a confident tone. Me and Imaizumi have cooperated on numerous investigations up until now. These words are likely based on experience. I hope I can live up to those expectations. I'll report to you later. Okay, thanks, I'm looking forward to it. So he gave a slight bow and walked away. I owe the Meiji Group a huge debt. That sounds wonderful. I hope I can give back with this report. With that in mind, I returned to the office. Naturally, there was no one in the office and it was completely quiet. I told Yoko not to come to the office until I contacted her. Call Yoko? I guess. I still feel like, maybe she's gonna get run over by a car, but yeah, sure. Well, yeah, we still have or she has to find the inheritance of the other Iwamoto, was that their name? I told her to contact, or I would contact her as soon as I got to the office, or she told me to contact her, whatever. So if you don't keep your promise, I reached the office phone. Something gonna happen.
Yoko-kun, ゆうべの件だが。
Kyoko, I sort of managed to sort out what happened last night.
なんとか片付いてよ。
Is that true?
俺は陽子くんに。
Okay, that's lots of words, have to pause. So I want to carefully choose my words and tell her what happened.
言葉を選びながら、ゆうべの顛末を話した。
Is that so? That's good. Somebody gonna shoot us. Ah, that's her, okay. I was waiting for you near the office. Thanks to you, I wasn't late. Good morning, Sensei. Good morning, okay. So I welcome the morning. Does that imply that, there's some more feelings between them than, respect and, professional respect and all that? But finally I was feeling more comfortable, but I guess I should end the stream here. Couldn't finish the stream yet today, the game yet today, but still, I think now it's basically have to deal with the Yonaguni business and then it's gonna be everything wrapped up, but that has to be next time. And tomorrow is Tuesday, it's gonna be Golden News Tuesday. But yeah, I'm Adventure Argonaut. I thank you for watching and gonna go and start cooking. Bye bye.